This is my review on the first Mission Impossible starring Tom Cruise and the first 2007 Michael Bay Transformers movie. Transformers, I shall talk about second after Mission Impossible. Now the plot to Mission Impossible is very like The Last Jedi, in a way. A good movie. Star Wars: The Last Jedi, on 2017. And I can fully say that without a guilty conscience. That is as good as the first Mission Impossible movie. Solid 5 out of 10. And the first Mission Impossible movie might be the worst adaptation of a show, right next to M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong's Last Airbender movie. But I think if I had to choose, the option, of course, might be the latter, of which I prefer. Yeah. I'm preferring The Last Airbender over this. If I was in hell for all eternity, the worst case scenario hell, where I'm forced to watch my worst memory, it's this movie probably. More so than The Last Airbender. Because what this does, it takes the mascot of the Mission Impossible show and makes him the main villain for the new generation of the crowd. Of the newcomer Mission Impossible fans. That's how it's like The Last Jedi in a way. Yeah. That was the old in was the new crowd. And it worked. Somehow with this, I think it worked because they made multiple ones of these. Ugh. Jim Phillip is the heart and soul of Mission Impossible, not Ethan Hunt. Period. What this does, it basically completely deattaches to anything that has in common with the show outside its name. Sort of like the Transformer movie from 2007. You know, how it barely has any Transformers in the movie. Any Transformers stuff has something to do with the Transformers, the actual characters you wanted to see. That's what this movie is. The Mission Impossible movies. It's for those newcomers. Those newcomers who never give a shit about the the past franchise, but went to see this movie anyway to promote it. Because the trailer did look pretty cool, to be fair. But so did the trailer to the Lost in Space movie from the 90s. Looked cooler than the actual movie. Not saying I hate that movie, but I am saying there are better movies out there. Why I'm giving Mission Impossible the first one a 5 out of 10, and why I'm saying I hate this more than any Mission Impossible movie ever. Because they made the Jim the bad guy, and then they killed him off as the villain. In the third act of the climax of the movie. Which is why I no longer hate Dragon Ball Z Evolution movie. And why I couldn't bring myself to hate Dragon Ball Evolution like other people did. And why I couldn't bring myself to hate X-Men Origins Wolverine like other people did. And why I couldn't bring myself to even hating The Last Airbender movie like other people did. Yes, I watched that movie at least twice in theaters. 3D and 2D. That means regular. Yes. So, here's the thing, this is a fine movie on its own, but to say this is anything like, to say that this is Mission Impossible, that this is better than the 2007 Michael Bay Transformers, to say that this is worse than the Last Airbender movie that M. Night Shyamalan did in every way, I'm not so sure this is worse in every way of the Last Airbender movie. But it's not better in every way. For example, I thought the Last Airbender movie was better edited than the Tom Cruise Mission Impossible movie 1 from 2010 Last Airbender movie. And why I could never bring myself to fully hate Matthew Broderick as Inspector Gadget or the live action Dragon Ball. I could never bring myself to fully hate. You know, I didn't like what they were doing with the source material because I've seen bigger stabs in a franchise than Last Jedi and even The Last Airbender. Look no more forward than Mission Impossible 1, what they did to Jim Phillips, who was the main mascot and the main character for all the 7 seasons of the run of the original Mission Impossible show. Yeah, he was the main character practically and the lead of the team. This makes as much sense as the time as Captain America said "Hail Hydra" in the comics from Marvel Comics. Yeah, I didn't read that comic, but I'm aware of that. I looked stumbled upon on the internet. That's how out of character Jim is, and that's how it doesn't make any sense why Jim is the bad guy. Because it's so out of character for him. To the point he doesn't feel like Jim Phillips anymore. It's like why not just do original character? Why even have a Jim in the movie? If you're going to do this to bring him back, why? Or better yet, if you want to. I'm saying, why not just have Ethan Hunt be written as the new Jim Phillips, and he can play Jim completely different, and I could not give a shit, but at least it would make sense. If I still wouldn't like the franchise though, but at least it would make sense. This movie's dumb. The dumbest adaptation I've ever seen of anything, and laziest out of all of them in movie form. I've seen some pretty dumb stinkers too. This is worse than that Inhumans show, I think. That Marvel decided to bring out into theaters, and nobody saw it. That was going to be a show. Yeah, that's still got like one season. That's what this movie makes me feel. Hate. Punch. People skull and hate. This movie makes me feel hate towards like people who all came with this, like Marty Sue was. Yeah, that's another. I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Something I got. This little something from the past. Oh boy. The point is, I don't like what they did to Jim. I was going to review 2007 Transformers movie, but I can't now because I need to take a breather after this video. Mission Impossible gets a 5 out of 10. Subscribe to the show of mine. Like this video, get notified. Once you press the subscribe button, get notified, and click on the bell, and then click on the option that says all to get notified for all videos. After clicking on the bell. Okay, and that's my review on Mission Impossible, the movie. That's why I give it a 5 out of 10. Goodbye. Subscribe to my channel. Go fuck this film. This film can go fuck itself. I don't care. I really don't care. I want to slaughter this copy of all copies of these movies. Even though it's not technically a bad film. Personal feelings aside. Which is why I'm going to now review Thomas and the Magic Railroad movie, and why it's technically not a bad movie, even though I want to burn everyone who involved making with this horseshit of a movie, because I'm a fan of the Thomas the Tank Engine show. Still. A little bit. But as a kid, I remember seeing this movie and remember how much it pissed me off. Like Mission Impossible did, like Transformers did from 2007. Or like Last Jedi did. Or like the entire sequel trilogy did. With Star Wars. Or Master Bros. Inspector Gadget like that. Adaptation, you know? So why... This gets a 5 out of 10 because Thomas is not in his own movie. He is not a main character or main force in his own movie. Despite being called Thomas in the magic role, Thomas has nothing to do with the main plot of the film. Instead, focus on an old, retired veteran who train hasn't run in years and all now is all depressed and shit. This guy on plays this conductor who is... running on just sparkle for his magic whistle and needs to go on this scavenger hunt. Well, this old man and his granddaughter take a family bonding experience and blah blah blah. It ties into the conductor that played by Alfred Baldwin plot device of scavenger hunt of finding sparkle magic, I guess is called this, and this is where the main sparkle came in originally from. I stumbled upon YouTube. I mean, if it sounds like I'm hating on this movie, I'm not. Unless this would be giving it what it wants, which is why I need to solve my pride and my anger and hate and ball it up to do my best not to take out my anger on the creators of these movies of wanting to hunt them down for pissing me off. Because neither one of these movies have anything to do with the actual title. And want me to go fuck myself and eat their shit. And I won't. I won't watch these movies again. No. These movies are dumb. Dumb. They're dumb like the Mila Jovovich Resident Evil movies. And one of the both have in common, they'll loosely have anything to do with the actual source material and barely even tries to represent the source material. What they advertise their film as to the market, just to rip you people off and people like me because they, I guess, don't give a fuck. But I do. That's why Thomas in the Magic Railroad gets a 5 out of 10. Now you notice I might have never brought Thomas in the movie. Well, what did I mention? He comes in at the last minute to close the movie and bring us to the end credits. Thomas does. That's when he returns and makes his second and last appearance in this movie. You he's only in this movie twice. He appears in the movie. Hilarious. That's why I give Thomas the Magic Rail in the Magic Rail in Mission Impossible 1 a 5 out of 10. These are okay, mediocre made films that I will not want to recommend anybody to watch. Personally. They're not bad, just not great. But they are really dumb. Really, really dumb. Written. These movies are dumb. Five out of 10. Thomas the Magic Girl gets to buy and subscribe.